Dear student, welcome again to our online class of BA Part 3rd. Today we will discuss the poem Night of the Scorpion. It is written by Nissim Ezekiel. Nissim Ezekiel was an Indian Jewish poet, playwright, editor, and anti critic born to parents who were both deeply involved with education. His father, Moses Ezekiel, was a professor of botany at Wilson College, and his mother was principal of her own school. Ezekiel was Jewish and belonged to the Bene Israel community. He completed his bachelor's in literature from Wilson College, Mumbai in 1947. In 1947 to 1948, he taught English literature and published literary articles. After being politically active in India, he sailed to England in November 1948. He studied philosophy at Big Bag College, London. After 3.5 years' stay, Ezekiel worked his way home as a deck scrubber aboard a ship carrying arms to Indochina in 1952. In 1952, his first collection of poems titled A Time to Change was published. Now we will talk about the poem. In Night of the Scorpion, Ezekiel is recounting the night when his mother was stung by a scorpion and the reaction of the peasants, his father and his mother, to that while the peasants evoked in their superstitions, prayed and chanted for her recovery. The Night of the Scorpion is a beautiful poem by Nissim Ezekiel. Nissim was an Indian poet, actor, playwright, and our critic. He was awarded. The poem The Night of the Scorpion has a typical Indian background. It reveals the superstition beliefs of common Indian villagers. The incident described in the poem is a common experience in Indian villages. It describes the reactions of the village people when the poet's mother was stung by a scorpion. The members of an Indian village society are uneducated, ignorant, and superstitious peasants. But still, they think that they have an answer to every question. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about the introduction of the poem The Night of the Scorpion. The Night of the Scorpion is a poem by Nissim Ezekiel, included the anthology. It starts in a house at night where it is raining and a scorpion, in order to take some shelter, comes to the house. This poem is about how the scorpion stung the poet's mother and the mother's love for her children. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to crawl beneath a sack of rice. The poem opens in a way that suggests reflection. The speaker remembers the night his mother was stung by a scorpion, which bit the mother because of its predatory impulse, while hiding beneath a bag of rice to escape from the rain. The speaker specifically remembers this night due to this event, namely the mother getting bitten. The way in which the mother is beaten is also shown in flash of diabolic tale. The speaker manages to suggest that the scorpion is democratic with its word flesh. The sc- sorry, demonic with its diabolic tail and emphasizes its speed with the word flesh. The scorpion then flees the scene and thus risks the rain again. A picture of a religious village is created by what the neighbors do to paralyze the scorpion. The reason for this is that they believe that as the scorpion moves, his position moves in a blood of the mother. It is also implied that they live in a caring, close knit village by the fact that the neighbors feel welcome at all. His father, a sceptic rationalist, and every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid, and a holy man performed a rite. After a day, the poison began to lose its effects, and in a final irony, the narrator's mother, in a contrast to the previous feverish activity centered upon her, makes a typical motherly comment. Thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children. The speaker is displeased by their arrival, comparing them to flies as they variably buzzed round the mother. They tried to provide reasons, and many relied on superstitions to get what the problem was. The villagers tried to find the scorpion, but they couldn't find. By saying with candles and lanterns and throwing giant scorpion shadows on the sun baked walls. The speaker is implying there is still evil haunting the house, even after the scorpion had left the house. This could also be implying that the shadows of the various household utensils and other items are converted by the brains of the searches into the shadow of a scorpion, as that is what they are looking for. Many things were tried to help relieve the mother's pain, but none worked. The speaker watches helpless. The speaker's father, who was sceptic and rationalist, tried to save his wife by using powder, mixture of herbs, hybrid, and even pouring a little paraffin upon the beaten toe and put a match to it. This reflects to one of the village peasants saying, "May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight," which the father tries to do, not for burning her sins, but to burn away the poison residing inside the mother, which reflects her sins being atoned for. The speaker watches the vain holy man performing his deceptive incarnations, but he cannot do anything to stop it. The peasants, finally accepting the fate of the mother, try to put a positive spin on the situation by saying that if the mother died, her next life would be less painful, as she atoning for her future sins by enduring the pain. After 20 hours, the poison loses its sting. A sign of her prevailing love and affection for children is shown when she thanks to God that she was stung, not her children. It came from a religious background, and Nissim wrote this poem trying to give the impressions of anger but also an underlying message of motherly love, along with a hint of culture and superstition. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. My mother only said, "Thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children." This is the motherly love. Nissim Ezekiel, in the last line of the poem, carry the irony. That is, the poet's mother expresses her gratitude to God for saving her children. The concern of the villagers and the poet's father seem rather superficial when pitted against the hurtful feelings of the mother. It is a universal truth that a mother cannot tolerate the pain and suffering of her children. In the context of the poem, this is not exceptional because the poet's mother expresses her concern for her children. Just after the relief from the intense pain, which conveys an underlying gesture of the unconditional mother's love. Nissim Ezekiel's The Night of the Scorpion presents a rural Indian village and its people, throwing light on their superstitions, temperament, and outlook on life, which were prevalent in the poet's time. Nevertheless, the poem shows the concern and unity of the village people. Therefore, the Night of the Scorpion is not only a deception of an incident in the life of poet's mother, but also an overall portrayal of rural India. The poem is a picture of an ordinary day in a rural Indian life. The poet's style is unique because of its unrhymed structure with line lengths shaped by the natural syntactical units and rhythm created by the tempo of the speaking voice into a long verse paragraph rather than the usual stanzic structure. The poem can be seen as a figurative binary of darkness and light. The night of the scorpion, the poison and the suffering represent darkness. The incessant rain stands for hope and regeneration. Candles, lanterns, neighbors, and ultimately the recovery of the mother represent life. So, this was the introduction of the poem The Night of the Scorpion by Nissim Ezekiel. In the next video, we will discuss a critical analysis of the poem.